used to have dinner one Sunday right away. He said he saw a girl looking like you up on September. And she really enjoyed stories I could tell what she's doing.
You're watching The Kate Fox Show. I'm Kate Fox, and today I am speaking with Angelina DeLuca. And Angelina, we only met a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago.
And I had seen you speaking about one of the things that you're a part of, and that's the Women of Worth Moto Group.
Yes.
And so that's kind of badass. and you know, most of my friends are bikers now, so you know, but the women riders, or the woman riders I should say,
Yeah.
are wow.
Yeah, it's a growing movement. It's a growing movement. You know, women want to get out and ride their own, and they're doing it. And we're here to support them, encourage them, mentor them, and ride with them.
And now you are the New York ambassador.
Yes. Women of Worth was started by Kelly Jean Deming. She's originally from New York, and she's based in Massachusetts now. We have 17 states and 2 countries represented.
2 countries.
Yep. Our members are called Crusaders, and they're building the movement for women riders. And as a New York State ambassador, I'm charged with growing the state and kind of acting as a liaison between the liaison chapter leaders and upper administration.
How did you find this group, or how did they find you? What
Sure.
came first, the chicken or the egg?
So I started riding again after a long time not in 2016. Okay, and I immediately knew I wanted to connect with a group of women riders just because I was new at that point. I wanted some like female-based mentorship. I wanted to know other women who rode, because I just feel like we're a special breed. It's a confident, strong woman who's also able to kind of access her emotions and go out for what she wants. I think that's really important, is to go for what you want. Fear be damned. And so I reached out and joined a local group. Didn't really connect with the group overall just because of logistics, geography, but I did make a couple of friends from that group who I'm still in touch with. And Tony LaGreca is the woman who helped me kind of get where I am in this sense. She was one of the founding members of Women of Worth. She was the New York founding member, actually, of the Pominock chapter, which is the chapter I'm a part of. And she invited me to be a member in the group and to kind of build the movement with Kelly Jean and Jessie Haar, who's the liaison chapter leader of the Pominock chapter at this time. So Tony really brought me in. And Tony is a seasoned rider and a great lady. And she recently relocated with her boyfriend to Tennessee, so she'll be missed. But hopefully we'll get down there and ride those roads together one day.
Wow. So I want to ask about your history, but I want to ask, so you have events?
Yeah, so we recently were on Motorcycle Mayhem Radio with Johnny, and he invited us to actually have a recruitment table at the Motorcycle Mayhem Series Bike Night, which is where you and I met.
Yes.
So we'll be kind of on and off doing different events. We do rides, we do chapter meet and greets where you can, chapter members can bring down a woman who's interested. That sort of thing. So we try to connect. We have social events. We meet at restaurants, people's homes, and try to ride.
Well, okay, so say you have some lady, some woman who she's never ridden before, and she's like, oh, what's this all? How does it work? Is it different with every person?
Yeah, I think based on your history and your skill level and your comfort level, right? You're going to come in riding and ready to go. You're going to come in with ride suggestions or try to create events yourself, which you certainly can. Once you kind of fill out the membership form on the website and kind of get in that way. We do have people who are at all different skill levels. So we have a mentorship program where they can kind of fill out a form on the website where they want to initiate a mentorship relationship, and it can be like a one-on-one thing, but it's a little broad at this point where we kind of put out on the chapter, listen, I'm available for some parking lot practice today. Anybody want to meet me?
Really?
That sort of thing. I did that last week, actually. I met a new crusader, and we went to a church parking lot by her house, and we were doing starting, stopping, slow maneuvers, slow speed maneuvers, that sort of thing. So we try to encourage people to build their skills in that way. I mean, I'm not a riding instructor, but I certainly can impart the knowledge that I've gained over the years. But we also do recommend highly that people take motorcycle riding courses, skills building. You're never done learning.
Right. Well, especially, it's just you sitting on a bike. I mean, you know what I mean. So when you're out there in traffic or whatever else, you have nothing to protect you. So of course it makes sense that you would want to take classes just so you're aware of
learning
what you might encounter.
Mirrors, head on a swivel, stay away, let people go. If somebody's tailgating me, I don't play games, I pull over. Go ahead, go.
People tailgate you?
Oh yeah, at times. I have to say it's rare, but it does happen. And you have to be aware and know what you're going to do in those moments, because the adrenaline can go up a little bit if you're nervous, if somebody's a little too close to you, if you're not confident. So I try to encourage just concrete responses to certain situations.
Wow.
But it's also a dynamic thing, and you never know what can happen. So, but anybody who rides does so, I think, with a respect for the danger and knowing that there's a potential that something could happen, but that you're kind of living your passion and you're out doing what you want to do, because everybody has their ticket punched one day. So I'd rather doing something I love than on the couch.
That makes you just stopped me, because I've never heard "have your ticket punched" ever heard that expression. That's exactly just but doing what you love.
Yeah, I'm a big supporter of that. Pursue your passions, share your talents. I think if I have a motto, that's what it is.
I like that motto. I like it a lot. And now, okay, so how long, even though you took a break, how long have you been riding?
So I got my license in 2004, after I had lost my first pregnancy. Shortly after I got married, I became pregnant. I couldn't wait to be a mom. At the 3-month mark, I did lose my pregnancy, and I became very depressed and kind of plunged myself into a bathroom renovation with my husband at the time. Tried to, offer to kind of help my grandmother who had Alzheimer's. I was just trying to be active with my energy so that I didn't curl up and die about the loss, which you could have easily done, and I'm sure I had my moments in the fetal position, but I decided to take action. So we renovated a bathroom. I was offering to take in my grandmother at the time. There were some issues with her home health aide. I'm I'm available, let's do this. We have another bedroom. That didn't wind up happening. And then a month or so after that, I said, you know what, if I can't be a mother right now, and I don't know if I'm ever going to be, because when you have a miscarriage after you've never tried, there's a lot of questions, is this going to be for me? Is this? So anyways, I said, I'm going to do something else I've always wanted to do. And I took motorcycle lessons, and I got my license. And then shortly after, we tried again, and I wound up having twins. I have 16-year-old twin girls.
Twins?
Yes. So that was in 2004. And then I took a 12-year hiatus to pay attention to my girls and my family and my career. And Michael and I started dating in 2015. And he rides a Suzuki SV1000. He's been riding for many years. And we were out in the car one day heading out east, and a man and woman passed us, on their own bikes. And I just got so inspired by it, because I didn't often see female riders.
You just did it again.
Yeah. And so I said to him, look, babe, that could be us. And he's like, I have a motorcycle. What are you doing? And within 2 weeks, I had my bike. It's a 2007 Honda VTX 1300 Retro. I love it. Dark cherry. I have saddlebags. I have a luggage rack and a backrest, which I use all the time because I take the bike out for weekends and away. And I just never looked back from that time. And I've been riding ever since.
Wow.
As often as I can, by myself, with groups, I don't care.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, you know what? We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hi, I'm Kate Fox, and I am here at the new and expanded home of Tresses and Colors at 1227 Montauk Highway in Oakdale. And they are just preparing to celebrate 25 years in business and have recently won Best of Long Island. They are house to Sunny and Dew as well, which is all natural skincare and hair products. And boy, you can find anything you want here. So don't forget to shop local discounts and mention the Kate Fox Show for 25% off any hair service. And we're back. And now, when we started talking, one of the things you brought up was, passion.
Yes.
And doing things you love. And you are also the lead singer of a band.
Yes.
The Nofo band.
Yep.
How long have you been doing that?
I've been singing my whole life on and off in different ways. But I joined the Nofo band in July of 2018. And it's a great little trio at this point. It's morphed over the years, but right now it's a trio. Mike Latterman is the founding member and guitarist, and Bill Coombe is he's our guitarist as well. So we've got rhythm and lead, and it's myself on vocals. Bill does sing some, and I just do light percussion.
Okay.
So we're a little power trio.
And so 2018. And so where do you play?
So the Nofo band generally plays on the North Fork, hence the name, but we have branched out in different ways and for specific reasons. So you'll find us all around the North Fork generally, and occasionally dotted around eastern Suffolk. We're at vineyards, restaurants, bars, private parties. We're all over. We played at the Riverhead Moose Lodge last night for members and guests. I am a member of the Moose as well, proud member. And today we're actually playing at Pindar in Peconic from 1:30 to 5:30.
Oh, very nice.
Yep. Heading there after this.
Oh, I like that. Now, because everything, obviously, nobody was doing anything, everything shut down, blah, blah, blah. When did you guys start playing again?
Sure. So obviously everything shut down around March of 2020. We lost about 12 gigs between March and July when we picked up. Once they started opening up, certain places were happy to have us back. They just were craving a sense of normalcy and wanting people to get out and have a good time. So we started playing again in July, and we haven't looked back, and we're fully booked up through September right now.
That is great.
Yeah. And so many people have come up to me at the end and said, I know things are a little different now. It's not nearly as restrictive, but when things were tough, people came up to me and said, I felt normal tonight. Like tonight felt like just a slice of before all of this madness kind of happened, and I want to thank you for it, because maybe they got up and danced by their table, or because they just sat down at the table without their mask and held their partner's hand and sang along or something like that. So I love that we were able to bring that to people.
Oh, it's huge. And let me tell you, I, of course, listen, part of the stuff I do is, I do music benefits, a lot of my friends are bikers. The rest of them are musicians.
Yeah, I know you're a supporter of the arts.
And it's been, I keep hearing people, and I understand they're talking about the big ticket shows, and yes, a different vibe, but I keep hearing people say, oh, I miss live music. And I sort of sit back and I'm like, well, I understand what you mean, but I've had live music.
Yeah, go out and get it. Go out and get it.
You have to be able to go out and get it. You have to, mind you, there are some shows I've gone home and gone, oh my God, I have whiplash because I danced the whole time in my chair like this, just to.
Yeah, it moves you.
It does, and it's so music is so important to all of us.
It's life-saving for people, I think, between the lyrics or the experience of it, or the way it's paired with memory and emotion. And the way it helps people process emotion in a way that they wouldn't or maybe couldn't do otherwise.
Yes, and it's, so now, did you have Was it difficult for you to say be playing? And if you are a smaller group, thank goodness, because you know some of the bigger bands, they've sat here, you know, for
Yeah,
the
we're
whole
a
time.
trio, so if they could stick us in a corner somewhere, we were good to
That's
go.
perfect. Now, did it affect you to see people like walking around with the masks, or just sort of having to sit there when you're used to people maybe dancing and?
We understood it. It's a different energy that's produced
Yes.
because, as any musician, large scale or small scale, knows, you feed off of the energy of your crowd and of your people who are watching and enjoying. And you know, sometimes we feel like we're background music in the jukebox, and that's okay because that's the vibe. And sometimes we're, you know, they've got us live in these kind of rock star fantasies because they're up and dancing and totally interacting and making, you know, requests and stuff. And it's just fun. Fun is the heart of it. That's why we do it. Fun and joy. That's it.
Well, if it's not fun, then why would you do it?
Exactly.
You keep giving me goo. It's well, that's never mind.
It's a thing.
It's a thing. We're gonna take one more break and we'll be right back.
Hey, this is Billy Mira, and you are watching The Kate Fox Show.
Changing 'cause I built my life around you. And time makes you older, and children get older. I'm getting older too. Children get older, I'm getting older too. Well, I'm getting older too. So take this love and take it down. Yeah, and if you climb a mountain and you turn around, and if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, where the landslide running down. And if you see my reflection in the snow-covered hills, well, maybe, well, maybe, well, maybe, the landslide can be down.
And we are back. And now, first of all, where can people find out about the Moto group?
Okay. Yeah, so we have a really great website with lots of information. It's Women of Worth Moto Group.bike.
.bike.
Okay.
It's a great website, actually.
Yeah, it is. It looks fantastic.
It does.
They've put a lot of work and time into it. You'll see what we're about. You'll see most of the Crusaders, they're kind of a work in progress getting everybody uploaded, but most of our Crusaders, all of our ambassadors, a little about Kelly Jean as the founder, and some of our administrative stuff. Plus there's merchandise available to members. There's a supporter membership that's available, and a woman can also join through the webpage in that way. So yeah, check it out and join us.
And now, how can people find out about the band or find where you're playing?
So we are No Faux Band, and our main internet presence is Facebook. We do have an Instagram site as well, but it's mainly about just kind of pictures and shots, and we ask people to post or kind of tag us, hashtag No Faux Band, so that things can pop up when you click on that, and you'll see our events posted week to week. And contact information for Mike Latiman, who's kind of the founder and manager, if anybody's interested in hiring us for a private party, or if any establishment's interested in having us. There's videos, you can see what we do, and we have for restaurants and stuff, we have a following, an enthusiastic following of hungry and thirsty people who like to have a good time. So that's always nice, and really, again, it's about joy, and we have a lot of it when we play. Mike and Bill are phenomenal. We get along beautifully. We just kind of go with the flow, and we're having a good time, and I'm going to do it as long as I can.
Amen.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I was going to say what's next for you, and I was going to ask what you would like to impart to those who are watching about yourself, or about anything really. Is there something you'd like to add?
I don't know. Well, I guess I'll go back to the idea that what I think is kind of my motto is pursue passions, share talents. I think I think we all as individuals come with our own strengths and weaknesses and flaws. We're all flawed human beings, but intent is so important. And I think if we're trying our best to live in a way that's fulfilling and connected, I think that radiates out in our relationships, in our families. I think we are setting examples for other people when we live in that way, to find our joy and to share our gifts, whatever they are, big or small, because I think when it comes down to it, nothing else really matters in life except love, the love that we create and generate and share and experience. And I think that passions and talents are rooted in love as well, because
Absolutely.
I think they're like a beautiful expression of who we are in the essence level.
Yes. Well,
So-
when we're being authentic,
Yes.
we are. That's what we generate.
Yeah. So I want to be that type of person, and I want to show that example to my daughters and the people that I love and who love me. And also, it just feels good when you live that way. Yes, there are stresses in life. Yes, I've had setbacks and dark nights of the soul, and made huge mistakes and hurt people I've loved in different ways. Like, that's part of being a human being.
Mhm.
Welcome to the human race, right? You're doing it right. But it's my intent. Always come back to intent, and come back to trying to live in an authentic way. And I guess I'll end on a note. After my father passed, I visited a medium, and he came through, and he said this thing to me that just resonated, and I share it often. He said, "It's never too late to be a better person." And I took that as, every single day you can make decisions that can go towards self-improvement, and that can go towards living in a way that's supportive of like love and connection. And it's never too late to start that sort of thing, no matter what you've done, where you've been, what your history is. I don't care. It's never too late to be a better version of yourself. And that's not from the perspective of you're not good enough now, you got to be better. It's the idea that
You can always elevate.
it's a living thing. It's a dynamic thing. We can always work to be a better person, and I think we should. I think that we deserve that. I think society deserves that. If we're all doing that, then things improve.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's cliche. We are all in this together. We really are.
Yeah. And media and society seeks to divide, and I think that we have to resist that, and recognize that yes, we have real differences among ourselves, but if we honor them, rather than honor them and keep moving, right? Like, we don't have to obsess and focus on it. It's not to invalidate people's differences. It's to say that we can connect in the ways that we are similar and cherish the ways we are different, because it'd be boring if we were all the same.
Oh yeah.
I don't like that.
I
I don't like to be bored. I want.
But it's true, you know, it's true, because if we were all the same, we'd be like this.
Ho hum.
But the difference is, it gives you life. It
Yeah,
gives you excitement.
stimulating.
It's.
So-
Dude, I hang out with bikers. I don't ride. We've discussed this.
Yeah.
I know.
We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you yet.
Let me tell you,
Crusader in training.
after talking to you and meeting you and watching you ladies talk on Motorcycle Mayhem, and you know, again, who do I hang out with? I'm like,
Did we inspire you?
oh, completely. I wouldn't be sitting here with
Okay.
you if I wasn't moved by what you do, what you're about, who you are.
Thank you. Likewise.
Because I tell people, and this is not about me, but the reason I do what I do the way I do it, because I want to talk to people that I find interesting and that resonate with me.
Yeah.
So, you know, it could be the gardener next door, or it could be the mechanic in the station, or a rock star, or because if you have something that I feel, then these people are going to feel it too, and you're going to bring it to them.
I hope so.
I think you did.
Well, thank you. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Check her out, Angelina DeLuca.